Some good stuff here. What's going on? My T say, oh, wait. Yeah, I'm back in the studio. I'm back in the studio, y'all. Excited to be back in the studio. And I went back to work today. Had a great day with my students. My beanie all crooked and stuff. My hair's a mess. I came home, took a shower, washed my hair. I wash my every day, condition. Yeah. But shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Black Light Revelations reminding everybody to hit that like button. So if you're watching right now, the replay or the live stream, hit the like button right now. All right. We also have BTW, by the way, I think that's by the way, Jesus. BTW Jesus is in the house. Gloria Harrison, mi madre. Hola. We have Danielle's. Danielle's, what's going on, sis? Vaughn Sanders Ministries is here. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much. I'm not going to be long. I just saw this video and I was like, you know what? Let me respond to it. Candidly, V is in the house. What's up, sis? Always sipping that tea. And we're back in the studio. Yes. Yeah. COVID was like, yo, we're about to take Dre down. But I was like, yo, I serve a big God. COVID's not doing anything to me. All right. So listen. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Let's have a discussion, all right? If you're in the chat right now, let's have a discussion. I'm going to try my hardest not to be too long, all right? I promise. But stop. Make sure you hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. What it does is it tells YouTube that this is a video worth sharing out. So let's get it out there, right? Because we're going to be talking a little bit about manhood. And which I love talking about. Who else is here? We have BCDC123. What's going on, bro? And thank you for the shout out on the live last night. I greatly appreciate it. It's Gamer Axel BTW. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. We got Security Boss Unsolicited. What's going on? Says, thank you for allowing me to join the conversation last night. Greatly appreciate it. Dope conversation. A conversation that needs to be continued too. So thank you so much for starting it. All right. We're going to have a dope discussion. All right. Let's talk. Okay. Manhood. All right. There's a lot of ideas, right, that surround manhood. And I think with social media, with YouTube, with things like this, there's so much information being shared. Some of it positive, some of it negative, some of it useful, some of it not so useful. So I'm just trying to do my thing. And all right, love you too. Trying to do my thing. And this is, so you guys know what I'm responding to. All right. Thank you so much. Let's be a fanatic for Jesus. And we're going to talk about fanatic. But let's be a fanatic for Jesus. But I thank you so much for being a part of the Harrison Extended family. And I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So manhood, a lot of things going on with manhood. But I think at its core, right, at its center, there are some things that everybody should be able to agree on when it comes to manhood. Responsibility, accountability, and legacy. And without those, you can't really have a strong foundation. Jesus, let me not forget, the Lord. You can't have a firm foundation about what it means to be a man, right? Otherwise, we'll look at manhood as extremely selfish, self-seeking. What can I get out of it? Not really what I can give, but what I can get, right? Because again, if you've seen a couple of my latest videos, I'm responding to people's ideas about dating, right? And there are some men not really ready to be in the dating phase because they don't really know what it means to be a responsible man, right? And I was watching a video. Actually, it was a response video by the ambassador, aka Deuce, aka William Branch. I'm gonna tag him in the video, and I'm gonna leave a description down below for the full video. He was responding to one of his group mates. Ambassador was a part of a gospel hip hop group called the Cross Movement back in the 90s and the 2000s, the late 2000s, right? Dope music, right? And Ambassador was one of my favorite lyricists, right? So was the Fanatic. And recently Fanatic, who was going on Sunflower, who was huge in not just the Christian hip hop arena, but also in the theological arena. He has denounced the faith in Christ. And his sort of like mentor, the ambassador, who I'm going to show you guys in a second, responded to this because he was there when Fanatic gave his heart to God, and he's there now that Fanatic is no longer a Christian. He had a response video. I'll let you guys see the full response video. I'm not here to talk about Fanatic and him losing his faith, but there was something in the video that Ambassador said where he quoted somebody, and that made me think like, yo, I think we all need to hear this about manhood, right? So, um, I'm going to share this video, all right? This is the Ambassador, part of the Cross Movement. I had a couple of solo albums. Dope lyricist, has a heart for God. Want to teach sound doctrine to people. I've always respected their ministry, but I'm going to play this video for you guys real quick, and I'm going to share some commentary about what he's saying. So listen very carefully.
Dave York, good friend of mine, lives in Charlotte, hit me with this, and it's apropos as my dismount. He said former Philadelphia 76er Aaron McKee once
Don't forget to smash the like button. Greatly appreciate it.
remarked about the cycle of humanity.
Listen to this, really
He
deep.
said, hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times.
Did you guys hear that?
Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And weak men create hard times.
And I'm going to stop it here. Did you guys hear that? I heard that and I was like, yo, deep. I'm going to leave a link in the description. He said that about the 57-minute mark. Yeah, it's a long video, long response, but it's deep. Ambassador's a deep thinker. Yeah, he's a good brother in the faith, right? But when I heard this, right, it made me think about the state of manhood today, right? Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. And hard times create strong men. And the cycles continue and continue and continue. And I was like, dag, you know what we really need in this world? Strong men. And we got to keep raising up strong men, right? Like, I don't think that the purpose of this saying is to say, hey, let's create times that are hard so that we can create strong men. It's to say this is the humanity, the cycle of humanity. Let's start thinking about what makes strong men, hard times, and let's start teaching our young boys what it means to be a man, and not catering to them in a way that's so, hate to say this, soft. Because the softer we are with them, the more easy life is going to be for them, which is going to make them even weaker, right? I have sons and they don't get everything, and sometimes things get hard. And I teach them through the hard times. The goal is not to protect our boys from hard times. The goal is to teach them how to overcome hard times, how to get through hard times, not to protect them from hard times, right? Because then we'll create weak, soft, SAWFT. Let me put that on the screen so you guys can see. That's right, Pastor Vaughn, soft men. And I'm like, yo, there's a lot of soft men. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say this, right? There's a lot of soft men on YouTube. A lot of soft men on YouTube. A lot of soft men that can't take care of their own self, but want to tell other men how to be a man. So, all right, YouTube is easy, at least putting content out there. And you know what YouTube is creating? Weak men. So these men are out here not responsible for anything. Not responsible. They can't even keep a solid relationship and be responsible for making a solid relationship. Crying out loud, they tell men, right, to not even try to be responsible for other others' kids, and that's a matter of preference, right? It just seems like they are just trying to escape responsibility at all costs and telling other men escape responsibility. And one of the pillars of what it means to be a man, a strong man, is that a strong man will take responsibility for his actions. Period. And be guided with wisdom when they go into certain things. But when it comes to responsibility, men got to be responsible, right? But we don't really hold men to a high standard of responsibility. At least men don't do it with each other. And I think that it's time that we start. Which I'm thankful for people like Vaughn Sanders. Which I'm thankful for people like my boy Jermaine from that Christian Fam channel and others that we talk and hold each other accountable when it comes to content. But we really need men to just start holding each other accountable. I don't know if it's beneficial for men, right, to be talking to women about what men need. I think men need to start holding men accountable for their actions, right? Uh, UCE Entertainment says, I got to say it, but men these days are the boys growing up, uh, uh, and the boys growing up are the reflection of the weak men that influenced them or being raised by single mothers and had no real man to influence them. And that's not just like fat and ladies, you can read that and get sensitive about it. But let's just call a spade a spade. That's true. That's true. In fact, shameless plug, I mentioned that in my book. All right. Hashtag sponsored all the way. All right. You can get the book on Amazon, by the way, From a Fatherless Father to His Sons. There it is right there, if you guys can see it. All right. But I mentioned that in the book, right? Again, I was raised by a single mother, right? And my grandmother. So I get it. I get it. Right. But that's a very real statement. And it's factual for the majority. Not so that's one of those things where I talk when I speak, I don't speak in absolutes because generalities always has clauses within it and variables that causes anomalies to happen. So I get it, right? Not everybody, but this is one of those things that definitely applies to the majority. Boys been taught to become men in all the wrong ways and in worldliness. Somebody's preaching, right? And a lot of it is self-centered. It's not about what can I give or what can I provide or what kind of legacy I can live. It's about what can I get from you? What can I get from the world? Like you about to give me something. You about to give me something. You too. I want something from you too. All right. And if you can't, then you're no useful to me, and I can care less about being a real man because you can't really do anything for me. So, and the thing is, what tends to happen is that creates hard times for us. Yeah, because the weak men are creating hard times. And if we look at it now, right, specifically amongst younger African American, um, people, uh, we see now, right, and I think it's been exposed a lot now within the past year and a half that, especially in the pandemic, that there's been a challenge with creating strong young black couples, and a lot of it has to do with selfishness. Men aren't telling men how to be men. Instead, they're telling women what they should be doing in order to keep a man. I said it before in a previous video. Men need to be talking to men about how it means to be a man. And then when men become men and start behaving like men and being strong, you know what's going to happen automatically? The ladies are going to see it and be like, you know what? I can respect that. I'm going to follow suit. It's just how it goes, people. My video was blurry. No, I don't want it to be blurry. Don't want it to be blurry, man. So I hope it fixes it. I hope it fixes itself. All right. I hope it works out. In a book I'm reading, it actually said in a book I'm reading, it says accountability is not consequences; it's ownership. That's deep. That's deep. Absolutely. You were raised by a single mother. How did you become so amazing? My mother just wrote that. Thank you, Mom. I'm amazing because first, God saw it fit to put his hands on me. If I am amazing, I think I have a lot of work to do. But I also was raised by two beautiful, loving women. Thank you. Your statement was exactly what I was thinking. Too many are selfish. One of the best personal examples I have is how ladies always thought I was weird for being considerate and unselfish and giving. And let me hit. I'm gonna hit a rest. I'm gonna hit a rest. All right. Let me know. I want to hear that rest. Yeah, but you're right though. But people, uh, but put people before me, and they always encounter the opposite with the other guys. And then what tends to happen is that when they get older, right, they start thinking back. Well, remember homeboy? He was so nice to me. Oh, shout out to oh, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm gonna read your comment in a second. Thank you so much. But then when they get older, right, bro, they're gonna think back. Oh, he was a good guy. I wonder what he's up to now. They're gonna slide in your DMs. But hey, remember me? You know, I used to think that you was cool. I think you had a crush on me too. And then it's like, yeah, no, I've grown way beyond that vanity metric. I'm no longer in high school, right? So then they want to get involved. All right. Uh, the shout out to the super chat. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Glad you're recovering well. Yes, I am. Thank you. Wife has been making me soup and taking care of me. So shout out to the wife. When you get a chance, look up Rat Utopia, a study done by John B. Calhoun. There's some parallels of the results in society for men and women. It's quite disturbing. I'm gonna check that out. And guys, I would encourage you to check that out also. All right. An amazing mother with a strong support system. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, and that's the thing, right? And the thing is, and strength is not really what we deem it to be. There are a lot of men who are not as boisterous, as animated, right? They walk in silence and they get things done. These are men. These are men. And we need strong men today, especially today. We need strong men to be in spaces like this and tell other men how to actually be men, right? Not how to bag women, but how to be men. And I think, hey, over the top, thank you so much for being here. And I think once we start doing that, we're going to start seeing an upward trajectory of improved times. But when we get those easy times, we got to make sure that we don't make it so easy to create more weak men. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And weak men create hard times. Listen, we really have to do our best as men to encourage the younger men to actually be men and let them know that it's not about them. It's not. Right? It's about the village. Responsibility and accountability and checking themselves and to not look at someone else to blame is what too many guys are missing today. Men pull up what Adam did by pointing out the finger at Eve. Precisely. And I say this, right? Um, the consequences weren't given until Adam ate of the fruit. And we got to remember that. Like Adam had a choice. It was Adam that was responsible. You know, it was Adam. So we really got to remember that men, the onus is a lot of it is on us as society, right? And I always say this, right? Strong men build strong families, and strong families build strong communities. We need strong men. We do. It's a loaded description because I see everyone has a different meaning of what is a man, and which is why I mentioned before that at the core we have to agree on certain things, right? When it comes to manhood, all right, at least what's beneficial for society, right? Men need to be responsible, right? Uh, be legacy minded, and I forgot the other thing that I mentioned: responsibility. Um, They got to be legacy minded as well. I forgot the other one, but there are some things that we have to be able to agree on at its core. Things that everybody should say, yes, this should be a man. Not like, a man should look this way, a man should talk this way. I'm talking about things that, at its core, not a matter of preferences, because people don't prefer men to be responsible. That's not a preference. That's an expectation. I expect men to be responsible, right? That's an expectation. We got to identify what are those expectations and use that at its core and not just preferences. Because what's happened is men are even saying, I prefer a man to be this way, you know, no, I prefer a man to be this. And let's start at the core, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, hopefully that makes sense, sis. The world needs strong men who stand up against lies, even if it makes them unpopular. I'm gonna leave that up for a while because speaking facts, he's speaking truth, right? The world needs strong men who stand up against lies, even if it makes them unpopular. That's a bar, all right? A big bar, like, yeah, like, a bar, like that Deuce used to rap back in the day, a bar, all right? Yeah, man. So I didn't want to stay on too long. I'm about to end now, but I did want to come on and say this. Like when I heard Ambassador talk about this, he mentioned it. I was like, you know what? That is deep. That is deep. And I'll play it one more time. I'm gonna play it one more time. Hopefully, I can get it exactly where it is, so you guys can play it again, hear it again. But I think this quote is huge, and I think men really need to hear this and see about how we can apply certain expectations, universal expectations of manhood, so that we could see our times begin to improve. I see you had weight loss due to your annoying. did I lose weight? What if I was just working out? No, it was because I wasn't feeling well. That's definitely what. Definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. So watch this. I'm gonna play it one more time. All right. Here we go.
Dave York, good friend of mine, lives in Charlotte, hit me with this, and it's apropos as my dismount. He said, former
He's so deep, right? He doesn't say as I close. He says it's apropos for my dismount, like because he's dismounting the conversation. He's leaving the conversation, so he doesn't say I'm, in closing. He says it's apropos as my dismount. The brother is deep with his words.
Philadelphia 76er Aaron McKee once remarked about the cycle of humanity. He said, hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. You get it? Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And weak men create hard times.
All right. And with that being said, I'm going to end it now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Do me a favor before you do anything else, hit the like button right now. I'll wait. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the like button. All right. And hit the bell notification and the subscribe button while you're at it. By doing so, you'll be joining the Harrison Extended family. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification next to it, and welcome to the Harrison Extended family. And if you would like to support the channel, you can do so by doing it two ways. You can join the channel by hitting the join button down here. All right, hit that join button. We have some tiers there that's inexpensive that would help you financially support this channel so we can get good content out there in the YouTube world. All right. Also, if you would like to support us, you can do it through Patreon by going to patreon.com/Harrison Family Vlogs. And there we have our tiers there as well. We're going to be doing some activity in Patreon very soon. So if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going there and supporting the channel every single month. All right. And or just if you'd like to support the channel, just subscribe and share us out, man. Greatly appreciate it. And another way to support the channel is keep the conversation going. Okay. Whenever I talk about something, it's meant to keep a conversation going. So if you want, get together with some of your friends and say, hey, let's watch Harrison Family Vlogs. Jay was talking about something. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we think about it. Let's process it. Let's deconstruct it, construct it, do whatever, right? But let's talk, keep the conversations going, right? Again, greatly appreciate you all for watching. I love you guys, like from the bottom of my heart. And thank you guys for your prayers, for just being a support and always being there, man. You guys rock. And to those who are watching the replay and are still watching, you the real MVP. All right. With that being said, I'm out. God bless. And until the next upload and live stream, I'm out. Peace.